Korean and Japanese. That's funny. That's actually no. You're a grown man. You would know the difference. Never
That's what I'm
mind.
saying. I would know the
I
difference.
ruined the joke for myself.
All right. Yeah, Major Payne, guys. Yeah, that's a thing. This is a movie. Did y'all see the movie in theaters when it came out?
I did not see the movie. I didn't see the movie in theaters, but I do have a question. Which came first? No, it was this movie because the movie was so successful that they had to go with the gimmick again and bring Major Payne into the 1-800-COLLECT commercials.
Yes, they did. I remember that. The 1-800-COLLECT commercials came out in the later half of the 90s. So that's when they stopped around what, like 2000, 2001? That's when they stopped coming out.
Ironically enough, after David Arquette and Ready to Rumble ran that fucking shit into the fucking ground. So
man, and look, we got some really entertaining, weird commercials out of that, man. Call it 1-800-COLLECT, or call it 1-800-ATT on one of them shits. You know what I mean? And there was that really weird one. There was that really weird one where it was just numbers like call 1-800-948-6798. I'm like, God damn, nigga.
Like first, and second of all, you know that this was a super 90s commercial too. When when you look at Damon Wayans playing this character, and the commercial is showing it using Space Jam close-ups.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which was a standard trope of the 90s.
Now, the best one in D's opinion was the one starring Stone Cold Steve Austin and D'Lo Brown. That was the best one.
Yes,
because Stone Cold was just beating the shit out of D'Lo, but it was like he was truly hurt. He's like, you didn't call me 1-800-COLLECT, buddy.
He was hurt.
Man, let me tell you something.
No, hold on. I'm sorry, CJ. I'll give it back to you in a second. D. It's funny you bring up the Stone Cold and D'Lo Brown bit because literally after that commercial aired on Monday Night Raw, D'Lo Brown had a match. He smacked somebody into a phone booth and said, "Next time you dial 1-800-COLLECT."
Wow.
I still have that match recorded, and I don't want to look for it.
I'm mad you do have that match recorded.
Dude, I was recording Monday Night Raw like it wasn't no thing, man. Everybody was doing it.
This is true. I gotta admit, yeah, you're right on that one. I mean,
had I known WWE Network was gonna be a thing, I would have stopped recording a long time ago.
Yeah. So Major Payne comes from Wife and Kids Productions. I think this is Damon Wayans' company, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, it is, because he had a show called My Wife and Kids years and years later.
Yeah, and this is one of those movies that it sneaks up on you because on the surface, it seems like the run-of-the-mill goofy type of movies that would come out in the 90s. Like I think we talked about at length about Bushwhacked and things like this. Yeah. You see this movie and you're like, oh, it's Damon Wayne and a bunch of kids and stuff. And then you watch the movie and you're like, this is actually legitimately funny.
You know what the weird part is that this movie's cult following goes into two different directions. Of course, people that just really like this movie. In the second half is the military that watch this movie. The military loves
they eat it up.
Major Payne. They eat it up. When I was in on junior ROTC in high school, Marines. I was a Marine junior ROTC. Mm-hmm. We play that shit all the time. I watched Major Payne probably at least 10 times in my life because when my dad rented it when it first got on a video and shit like that. So but yeah, the military, absolutely. My father-in-law rest that dude, so this motherfucker watched this shit all the fucking time. He watched it all the goddamn time. He and I always wondered what really attracted people to this movie. It's just silly. It's fucking silly. It knows it's silly. Like the serious moments that they have are very brief, and yeah, there's some cheesy '90s family movie shit. You know what I mean? it is that. You know what I mean? Like Major Payne was a major butthole until one day he learned to love.
And I mean,
it is that story, but it goes just real talk the Marine way of going about it. It's funny, man.
I have to put this out there. One of the lead characters, he's one of the JROTC kids, Steve Martini. I call him Great Value Bradley Cooper because he looks like he could be Bradley Cooper's brother.
he looked like he could be two different people. He remind me of homeboy off of who was off of what's the name God, what movie was that? God, you remind me of homie off of The Sopranos, number one.
Oh, fucking Mikey.
Yeah,
him. Yeah.
yeah. He remind me of him, and he remind me like several other '90s white guys I saw in the '90s.
In fact, I actually thought he was one of the characters in that fucking movie Airborne, which we're definitely going to do. I thought he was one of them.
I thought he was too.
But he wasn't in that movie, and I was like, damn, I could have sworn he was in Airborne. Damn. That's wild and stuff. But yeah, he's one of those character actors that actually has done like a lot of TV shows more so than movies. Which
more than that. Yeah, I knew that much. Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah. But also, Damon Wayne, was it Damon? Isn't it his kid? Was in this movie? Damon.
Yeah,
Jr.?
That's his son. Yeah, that's his son.
Which again, that whole family's gene pool is strong as fuck.
Yeah, y'all look the same. They all look the same, nigga.
I mean, it's just like, and again, that little scene with both of them, but we get into. But the one thing that caught my eye, and I love it for this movie, is that Major Payne is the most badass person in the Marines, and I like how they played it up for laughs that he is so much of a hardened Marine. He just kills people, and that's what he's good at. And
I like how when he comes right out. First off, I like how the movie starts off, shooting like it shows Major Payne.
Yeah.
But when every time I look at it, I was like, it doesn't spell nothing out. It just shoots at one spot.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually spell nothing. That always bugged me. But anyway, I love it because he comes out, he just shoot everybody. He's strafing like, he just strafing over, just hitting everybody. I mean, he's one-shotting everyone.
He's just doing a drug.
This is the type of shooting that would make Arnold Schwarzenegger blush from Commando.
Yes,
where everybody is shooting at him, and for some reason they cannot hit this giant Austrian man with a machine gun and rocket launcher.
Ironic enough, this whole drug raid that he's at the shootout for is in South America.
Is in South America?
Ironically,
I'm sorry. It looks like to me to D. This is just me, and I've been known it to be an asshole. That looked like a sound studio, didn't it?
It was a studio sound stage. Don't get it twisted. I mean,
it looked like a straight up sound stage, bro.
This clearly isn't a movie that has a big enough budget for them to fly down to South America and have a full blown shootout. So
I'm thinking like you can go in the backwoods of South Carolina and kind of get that atmosphere.
They can. I mean, this is a movie that takes place in. It looks like wasn't it like Louisiana or something? Virginia.
Huh?
Yeah, it was Virginia, wasn't it? Yeah, Virginia.
So, now, I don't know if that's where they actually filmed it at. I didn't even look into that. I meant to.
Yeah, but like the fact that like he meets the old boy from Malcolm X that taught Malcolm X about the the dictionary and shit.
Albert Hall. We need a black man to talk like this to make sure that he is serious, to make sure that he is elegant in whatever he speaks. You need me. You want me. I am imposing. I am strict. I am fair just by looking at me. And I am a good character. That is how Albert Hall talks in every fucking movie.
Funny enough, we did Willie Dynamite with John, and he was in that movie speaking the same exact goddamn way. I was like, Jesus Christ.
That nigga kept that same.
Even Apocalypse Now, the same tone and the cadence in which he talks. I was like, this guy's just gonna keep doing this. All right, fine, that's cool.
Yeah, Hey CJ, just to answer your question, this movie was filmed in the following locations: Goochland, Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, Ashland, Virginia, the train station scene, and Miller School? Yeah, the Miller School. Hold on, 1000 Samuel Miller Loop, Charlottesville, Virginia.
Oh, so wow.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I've been to Charlottesville. All right.
It really kept in Virginia because this, when you really look at it anyway. Yeah, this is Virginia. This is Virginia. Yeah. This is military Virginia. And military Virginia is like Charlottesville, Quantico, a lot of places splattered around the DMV are like, military.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing of it is, he meets up with his captain.
No, hold on. Can I talk about my one favorite part? In the beginning of the movie, they shot me. Want me to do something? You get your mind off that. Stick a finger. Work every time.
Work every
Yo, I remember the first time I saw this movie with my dad. My dad was crying at that part. It killed my father. It just he was like, yo, like, ah! It was one of those moments, bro.
General Decker is literally telling them, yeah, so yeah, you didn't, make your next rank for your test, so yeah, the military no longer needs you. And I like how he had the look in his face like there has to be somebody that needs some killing.
Gotta be something to do somewhere.
Yeah, the
you mean
wars
to tell
of the
me
world no longer. Oh, go ahead.
You mean to tell me, no, this man's army ain't nobody for me to kill? And then when he got that look like, come on.
He's like, yeah, the wars are no longer fought on the battlefield. They fought in the Congress. And I'm like, what's funny about that? That's very much true. That's truthful as hell.
I was about to say, how relatable is that right now?
I mean,
but here's the funny thing. I'm like, wait a minute, what year this came out?
95.
Nigga,
95.
Here's me. Nigga, you going to Bosnia in like 5 months. Just wait.
I mean, but it's funny too because it plays up on the aspect of the the old war veteran of of yesteryear that no longer needed anymore and stuff. And it's okay.
And it's weird because I was looking at it like, so I guess he fought in Vietnam too. I mean, the lines up. I mean,
yeah,
I guess he fought
fresh out of high school. He been murdering people and stuff. I'm like, all right.
And the shit that killed me, then he just sitting in and then he just sitting in his room in his drawers.
No, he actually had his pants on. He was like, it's been 2 weeks since I killed a man.
Since I killed me a man. I makes a man go makes a man go crazy. Makes a man hungry.
He kills a fucking rat.
That motherfucker kills a rat. Just straight up Officer Rat, dog.
And hisses at a cat looking at him cook the said rat. I fucking hollered on the shit.
He said, I gotta keep strong. Charlie in the jungle getting stronger. And the trouble is, I finally realized I gotta get a job.
And he does what most people predictably do in his position.
I'm just sorry. The fact that it I'm sorry. As a nigga that's been unemployed a few times, I gotta get a job.
Dude, I gotta admit, every time comedy movies talk about somebody in the military and they mention Charlie, I still laugh. It's a cheap pop of a joke, but I still laugh at that shit.
Charlie in the jungle. I gotta keep my wits about me. He goes to a military school. Well,
actually, no. Actually, no. First off, he decides he wants to become a police officer because that will fill the void, right? And they have to do training. As Dee says, we don't plan this shit, but there's a scene where he's trained to become a cop.
I'm sorry. Whoa. Are you insinuating that policemen are trained?
Yes, I am insinuating, D, that police are trained because Major.
You know what? You and Coon Terry Crews can go over there then. Thank you.
First off, also at the same time, I want people to understand this. Major Payne is a trained killer, and he didn't kill those kids. Just putting that out there. Just putting it out there right now. Who actually gets training and who doesn't get training? Just putting that out there.
Yeah, no, but see, that's what they tell you. But unfortunately, there is one child that was looking at him right before he shot him in the leg and said, "Why, Major Payne? Why?"
Self-defense. I fear for my life. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up for me to say, ain't it? I don't know.
Nah, because y'all insinuating that he's going to shoot a black man. It ain't going to happen.
He shoot the white kids, no problem.
No. It's unfortunately going to be it's going to be the racist way out of this shit. He shoots an Asian kid. Sorry, I thought you was Charlie. And the bond between black people and Asian people break up. Ironically, it wasn't as strong as a lot of people thought it was, but no more Wu-Tang and Chinese people. No more Korean people taken from black culture and then immediately saying black people are going through what? And no more. And no more the Japanese secretly masturbating to black people while ignoring their problems also.
And you know who will actually bring black people and Asian people together? Disney, because they'll put RZA as the soundtrack for fucking Shang-Chi the movie and shit, and then that'll bring it all together because you know that's
and suddenly the universe is saved.
Yeah, so universe is saved because you know music, right?
You're assuming that number one people are going to watch that movie.
hey,
last I checked with the Chinese still treat us like, that was really good. Don't come in my neighborhood.
We love Wu-Tang, but we don't want them near our daughters.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with, and you're not fucking with my daughter. Keep the line strong.
But I love the scene.
I'm talking about the Chinese, not Chinese American. Chill out. I'm talking about the ones with the leader that look like Winnie the Pooh. That nigga. I ain't talking about the ones over here.
So
North Korea. Check this out. I ain't talking about the ones over here in America. I'm not talking about the Chinese Americans over here who voted for Trump. Oh, you think I didn't know?
We all knew. No, but what had me rolling, he's taking the fucking, they go through the whole thing of what happens when they see a couple fighting and stuff. And the black chick's like, he hit me. And all of a sudden, Major Payne's like, you like hitting women? Don't you ever. And he just slaps the shit out of dude. And I was like, okay, that is actually pretty funny. That's funny. And the fact that he went to jail over it. Like, it's not like they cut to another scene. It's like, oh, he went to jail for that shit. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, you got it.
So you can't put your hands on a white guy? How dare you, Major Payne? How dare you?
I mean, come on, dude. Honestly. Jesus.
Actually, I'm surprised the cop didn't sit there and say, good job, to be honest with you.
Well, I gotta say, you're good, but it's a white guy. You're not supposed to touch him.
Supposed to be hitting on the black woman. Didn't you know that? Anyways.
Clearly went for the wrong person. Clearly went for the wrong person, Mr. Payne. But I gotta say, you're an army man. I didn't serve in the military, but my dad did, and I respect you. So that's the only reason I'm going to hire you. Also, you throw a mean punch. Now, if we can focus that on the Negro people,
here's the thing.
All right, here's a gun. Shoot who you want.
He says that, and then Major Payne gives the look like, what the what? What?
Nah, well, that's the thing about Payne anyway. Yeah, he a killer, but yeah, the movie starts shaving away at who he really is underneath, yada, yada, yada.
But the fact that the general visits him in jail like, Major, what happened? You only been out for a week. Which, again, goes back to Major Payne saying he was out for 2 weeks. Turns out it was just a fucking whole ass week.
Truth is, I got to get a job.
And he was like, I got you something. And I like how he just had that glow in his eyes, like, oh my God, I'm back in the military again. And
not quite.
And he's at a military. Exactly. And he's at a preparatory school where he has to train JROTC kids. And
now, I got to be honest with you. This is the worst. I get it. It's a movie, okay?
Yeah.
I get it. But, so these kids can just do whatever the fuck they want. Also, I love the preparatory schools that have the youth who are misguided, the orphans that they just so happen to have.
Orphans.
Like, I always question that shit. Like, all right, so are these kids orphans, or like, do their parents like sit them here because they got disciplinary problems? Like, I don't get it. Like, it seems like I don't know. Whatever.
Well, I mean, if we were to take a look at another movie that had a similar scenario, Child's Play 3. Andy at this point was pretty much given to the state, who sent him off to military school.
Yeah, did you get any vibes of that in this movie? Just a little bit, Eris?
I mean, the movie did come out 4 years after? No, sorry, it came out 2 years after Child's Play 3.
And let's be real. I mean, both movies have little black boys that are very youthful in nature. So that makes about sense.
No, they do, Chris. They do, but except there's a difference. See, the kid there's a big difference. The black kid in Major Payne isn't a freaking moron like the one in Child's Play.
True. Because that kid was, 10 years old and 11, 12, 13, he's like 12 years old?
11.
Yeah, 12 years.
No. Me and Eris talked about it on our review of Child's Play. Look, Chucky was on top of this nigga like 30 minutes in. Kalima, whatever the fuck he said. No, for real, I forgot.
Second of all, the fact that a doll literally jumped out of that plastic box, says, "Who are you?" and the first thing out of this kid's mouth is, "I thought you only said 3 sentences."
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 1 out of 5 black people who deserve to get killed in a horror movie.
It is amazing that kid didn't die in that fucking movie, but whatever.
I mean,
you know what?
In all honesty, compared to the two, and that was the kid's name too, Tyler. Tyler should have been killed at least 15 times in this movie.
But Eris, before we get off this,
I'm sorry, I got the kid in major pain washing this dude. All right.
Also, let's just be real. These kids do not have a soldier, a true patriot, like they did in Child's Play 3, don't they? We had a kid sacrifice himself.
Yeah, you're right. There wasn't any of that.
What was his name? What's like Winslow or some shit like that? Whitehurst. Whitehurst! Oh my god!
Fucking yo! Or as I like to call him, Geek with the Glasses.
Thank you, Geek with the glasses. Because that's what yo, how did you like? No, Eris. I think Eris did say it on our podcast. He's like D when it happened. I was like,
that nigga could have kicked that goddamn grenade in with
There was enough time. There was enough time to do it too. That's the sad part. And
my man ate it.
And speaking of grenade throwing, first of all, when Major Payne, and I know I'm jumping ahead, but when that scene when they were in the rain training and he throws the grenade, and they're like, "Oh, that grenade's not real. It's not real.
It's a dummy.
It's a dummy grenade." He was holding it in his hand that whole time, tossed it, and it exploded. I'm like, if only Whitehurst could have been there to kick it this time.
I mean, really, or grab it and fall on it, but whatever.
Now these kids. Now one of them is crazy ass Orlando Brown when he was a young kid before the drugs and all that stuff. Innocent Orlando.
No. First of all, CJ, he was already crazy when he came to That's So Raven. Disney made sure to drug him and keep him level.
Oh yeah, because I'm blaming everything on Disney. I'm blaming all of this on Disney.
Raven came out pretty
Disney.
fine.
Well, hold on, no. When Disney was done with That's So Raven, and he pretty much got the boot from them. Oh, we saw the real Orlando at this point.
Because at that point, the money ain't coming. The DVD money's coming in slow, and they ain't putting Proud Family out on television.
I have a sneaking suspicion he was on some like, come on, Disney, put me and Corey in the house. I'll suck your dick, man. Come on, please.
Oh, look, here's the sad part. I don't want to seem like I'm dumping on Orlando. He's not the first. Look. He is not the first Disney kid to say, I will suck your dick for X. Hold on, to Disney. He's not the last.
Disney.
He was not the first to do that. Because, I think about every Disney kid gets to that one point where they just like, the drugs ain't here no more. And it ain't like drugs ain't here no more. The kid, like, nobody likes me. My parents have took all my money. Come on, baby. Come on. Y'all want to do Freaky Friday again? We can do that shit, baby.
Look, I'm telling you right now, Orlando Brown is due for a Shia LaBeouf redemption. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I have faith it might happen.
I think Shia. See, that's the difference because Shia Real Talk is an artist, so that's a different. So he had to go through that shit to me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Orlando, I think black people need to come around him and say we love him.
The other difference is the other difference is that Shia never had to go on Dr. Phil. Orlando did.
Oh shit, he did, didn't he? God damn.
Yeah, he did. Embarrassing himself.
And that didn't. Yeah, that really didn't help because daytime TV is going to be daytime TV, and they're going to focus on you having your. That probably happened on the real tail end of the interview, and it was like, oh, that was a weird 44 seconds. Yeah. Let's make it look like it was the whole video, whole thing.
But like he sees all these Major Payne, he gets there and stuff, and he sees all these kids, and he meets the headmaster of the school who has fucking butterflies just flying in the fucking office for no goddamn reason and shit.
Old white guy. I seen a bunch of movies as a kid.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I know, right? Him.
So he meets these kids again. One of them was Orlando Brown. The other one was old boy from fucking American Pie. That looks like Opie, literally like Opie.
Yeah, him. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, him, and then Damon Wayans Jr. And I think the other guy that we just said, Stephen Martini. He's the other one.
And there is one kid on there who is There's one kid on there who is deaf. I don't think he's deaf in real life. I don't know, but there's one kid, he's deaf. And yeah, there are a couple jokes in this movie that will make certain people cringe. Not D. I'm not a bitch.
Yes, sir.
You gotta laugh at that. That's funny. You know, the best line. Somebody tell Molly Matley's son over there.
Bro, here's what had me rolling. Here's what has me rolling. When he has all them lined up, right? When he has all them lined up, right? The part that had me rolling is when Opie sits there and says, "Yes, sir, he is deaf." Oh, well, I didn't ask your opinion. Get down and give me 25 push-ups.
Yo, I like how he's fake. Then he cut everybody's hair off because here comes your boy all like, yes sir. I got a nice white boy hair. Oh, he cut it off.
No, but even before that one, the part that when he's sitting up there speaking to the deaf dude, he's like, "Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Handicapped Man. Can you speak sign language?"
I'm sorry, Mr. Hand. You gotta talk like you got that gold tooth in right there on your front tooth. You gotta say, "I'm sorry, Mr. Handicap Man."
You speak sign language.
I'm gonna put my foot in your ass.
Yes, sir. It's like, God damn it.
You gotta laugh at that.
That was terrible.
But like I said, I ain't a bitch. There's a difference. There's a difference. And let me put it this way. I don't know how all y'all motherfuckers are out here that's getting sensitive to shit and you grew up watching South Park. I have zero idea.
And South Park be hitting the lines too. And it's like,
it really does. It really does call a lot of stuff into question, doesn't it, D?
I mean, it's weird because South Park has taught all of us that a lot of the world is bullshit. And a lot of y'all have not got that lesson. Whatever. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Whatever.
No, but on top of him dealing with the kids, he deals with one Karen Parsons, who plays one of the teachers of the school. And, she's like the sort of foil for Major Payne in the sense of, come on, Major, you got to be very sensitive to these kids' feelings, including Tiger.
She is going to be the chisel to his rock, and she will make this man into she will chisel this man into a decent man because she sees it if nobody else can. And also, she really doesn't have a boyfriend, and military guys are kind of her thing.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
She's afraid. I mean, she doesn't want to admit it, but it's there.
She likes him,
She knows there because I got to be honest with you, Karen Parsons. I know you're probably not like your Hillary character, but your light skin tells me that you are. And that being said, I just got to be really honest with you. You are that type of black girl that goes for military guys because you like to go over to my wife and go, "I'm sorry, what kind of job your husband has again?" "Oh, mine's in the military." Yes. He's a major. Yeah, I know.
See,
yes.
I mean, I gotta be real.
I'm a military man's wife. Yeah.
Make it worse though, D, is that she is that light skin that does reply.
I tell you what makes it. That's fine. That's fine.
She's the anomaly.
That's fine, but I just know her farts smell like Candace Owens. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry if D's an ass for that. But I just say her character in this because I always see I hate having that idea about military women who are married military men because a lot of the Karens that do it, oh God, hit them with a truck.
It's funny. You being, like I said, being military, you do meet a variety of wives of military husbands. It's so much variety. So you do get those Karens. You do get the wives that are no nonsense and ain't gonna be putting up with any of their husband's bullshit.
And then this is what my friend told me. Then you get the circle of black wives who are the Republican black wives.
Oh yes.
I heard that every base, every fort in America has a group of black girls.
You get one or two.
has a group of black girls, about 4, 5 tops. They all hang out with each other. Why you don't hang out with them? I hate all them bougie bitches. Because all them bougie bitches wear blonde wigs and they vote for Trump. That's why.
I mean, you get a variety of it and stuff, and you get one of them. But what's funny, you know what's funny? I think Karen Parsons' character, was it Ellen in Class Act, was probably the closest that you probably get to how Karen Parsons is in real life.
I don't know nothing of her, but she, I think after. Here's the funny thing: I only seen her in 2 movies after the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and what was that?
Mixing
It's
Nia
weird.
or
They
something like
both
that.
no, they were the same, and they were both the same type of movie where it dealt with my mom is white, I'm half black, and I'm half black and trying to fit into a black people's
Bro,
world
that's
type of
what
movie.
that's what Mixing Nia was. It was literally like she was biracial, and she had
Yeah,
Isaiah
I've seen
Washington was
that one.
Isaiah Washington was her husband, and she's like, I don't know if I fit in with black people, and I'm like, I mean,
Uh,
at the
nigga,
time, it was interesting,
don't
but
do
it
it.
was
Don't do
like,
it, Chris. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know why I'm saying don't do it? Because it's one of the most light-skinned movies
oh, it's
that
pretentious as fuck. Don't
ever
get it twisted.
existed.
Do not get it twisted. It is pretentious as fuck. Like it's trying to say something, but at the same time, it's like you're trying too hard, movie. I get what you're doing, but you're trying a little too hard in
Yeah.
what you're trying to do. Like, you know.
Hey,
And again,
hey,
it's
hey CJ.
Mhm.
Hey CJ, since you mentioned that Karen Parsons' character from this movie is I'm sorry, you
Class
mentioned that
Act.
her character from Class Act is similar to how you think she really is. I would say so because you have to be some kind of light skin when you're about to get it in with the guy and you grab the dude by the collar and say, "Let's make bacon."
Okay, that's fair.
I'm
That's fair.
I'm gonna keep it real. Nobody after watching that movie said that. And the next time I see John Semper, I'm gonna tell him. I'm like, yo, John, if you wrote that, I'm letting you know. Nobody took that line and used it ever.
Yo,
Nah.
you know what? You know what? Every time y'all keep mentioning Class Act to me, and I'm not just y'all, just my other friends too, I keep on realizing, was that movie whack as fuck, or was nah,
It was goofy.
No, D. It was the spinoff of House Party.
That's all it
I
was.
know. It's like I keep thinking like maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the asshole. Maybe I just like old Grumpy D. He doesn't oh he hates everything. I'm thinking it's one of them. I think it ain't. I'm really starting to think it ain't.
No, but I thought it was kind of funny because I know I'm jumping ahead. I hollered laughing. It's a cheap joke.
Actually,
Major Payne is having a flashback to him and fucking Emily with Tiger as the kid in the fucking Leave It to Beaver house and stuff. He's cooking
that
on the
was
grill.
no, that was Donna Reed, the Donna Reed show.
Yeah,
That was
Don
the
Reed
Donna
show.
Reed show.
He's What had me rolling is the random Viet Cong that pops up in his fucking yard and he kills him in the yard and they're just laughing it up. I fucking
You want to know
died.
something weird, Chris? I always thought that was if you were a military dude. I mean, a military man, meaning that you got rank, you got
Yeah.
real rank.
Yeah.
I always felt that that's every black man's, every black military man's fantasy. That is some Donna Reed shit. The wife ain't talking back. That type of shit.
You know what, man? Look.
I always said, look. See, here's the thing. I don't want to sound like I'm being negative to the military because I'm
Oh,
not.
no.
I love y'all niggas. I really do. Chris, you already know, man. I know a bunch of airmen, and real talk, I know a bunch of Marines.
Yeah.
I respect the fuck out of y'all. Y'all do shit that I can't fucking do because these fat ass wanted to just enjoy America, even though when America didn't want to enjoy me. But the point is this: I love y'all, but I do love the stereotypes of y'all because it's easy to make fun of you niggas, man.
It really is because
Wait.
So easy to make fun of military motherfuckers, man.
Hey D, do me a favor. Say that line one more time again. You want to enjoy America,
I wanted to enjoy America.
but
Oh, but America didn't want to enjoy me.
message.
Yo, it reminded me of my favorite line in hot shower with Baby and Chance the Rapper, and at the end, Baby said because they made me feel so weird about my chocolate with coloring, or at least that's not. And you just hear the break, the music break, like at least that's how it make me feel. Why did it make you feel like that? I don't know, man. It's American. I'm like, yo, why you had to get deep at the end of this bitch? I hate Baby for being the most wackiest but best rapper alive. I love him, man.
So basically, Major Payne, he has to cut their head, and it's fucking hilarious and stuff.
Yo,
And
Machete. Hold on, you know what, Chris? Real talk, bro.
mm-hmm.
I want to bounce around this movie, man. I really do.
Fine. No, it's fine.
This movie's a bouncing movie, man.
No, because we're getting to the part where we can bounce around. Because number one, this guy used a fucking Crocodile Dundee knife to cut the head, which I thought was fucking hilarious.
Anytime a machete is broke out in any movie, it's great to do.
Two, the whole plight of them trying to get Major Payne out of pocket was funny. They hired Bam Bam Bigelow. He's a biker, but they hired Bam Bam Bigelow to fucking whip Major Payne's ass. That doesn't fucking work.
You know what the great part about Bam Bam Bigelow being in this movie? Do you realize something? Vince was right. You can't act.
You say can't or can?
He can't.
Okay.
No wonder you ain't get pushed, nigga. Nobody believe.
Hey, you tell that to Nash and them, they were trying to get Bam Bam to get the title and stuff. But that's a different discussion.
It's weird with that. It's weird with that because they like Bam Bam, but Bam Bam didn't like them. So this is that. No, for real.
Oh, I know that. I know they didn't like. There was no love there at all.
Let's just put it this way, just a crash course for everybody. Imagine, you hate somebody in your office, right? You hate this motherfucker. You can't stand their ass. They always with the boss, yada yada yada, all that rest of that shit. And you find out that they want you to get a raise, and they're talking to the boss to get you a raise and all this good shit. Do you say yes to that shit or do you say no to that shit? That's a tough question because most of us, because we'll think of the greater good, but sometimes it's like, nah, fuck them niggas. That's really what happened.
Yeah, I mean, and just that's happening. They do things like they put fucking X-Lack in Major Payne's food.
Oh man, they put the X-Lax. That was one of my dad's favorite parts of the movie because he just lifted up. You just saw the on his face when he
what had me rolling is when he busted open that fucking apple juice and was like, "Kill!" I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yo, that's hilarious. I feel that some Marines actually do that. I feel like they do that every time.
Bruh, he was rigid as hell. He sleeps with his eyes open, which was
and that was hilarious because they did the 90s trope of, hey, let's take pictures of him with one of us in there. Like, this is stupid, but whatever.
I was like, this would never work.
And he has them running around in dresses the next day because of that shit.
The best part about that was he's like, why I gotta wear a dress? Because you got the best tits. Like, here's me. He's right. You do have the best titties. Yo, and I like how he sat right there. You just saw him put his arm over there. He's like, hello, Betty.
Actually, the joke with him is fucking hilarious when Major Payne first meet him. Badeep, what you laughing at there?
Yeah, pig boy.
Pig boy.
Yo, I was thinking to myself, now, we know what world we live in. Like I said, again, I'm not a pussy. But we know what type of world we live in. Oh, Major Payne getting the boys to run around in dresses. Oh, God, I'm glad this movie didn't come out today.
It's like, is that
there's like 4 different people fighting at one time over this one scene, I guarantee you.
Oh, no, it'd be the whole text like, see, Hollywood wants the black man to be in a dress in a movie, you see?
All of a sudden, somebody misquote Billy Porter and say that he thinks it's okay.
Billy Porter said it was okay. In fact, he said fuck him. I'm like, Billy Porter, like, I didn't say fuck him. Shit. Like, I just said
Billy Porter get on Twitter. What the fuck is... No, here's Billy Porter get on Twitter. The fuck is Major Payne? What the fuck is... Oh, that's that Damon Wayne movie. I thought that shit was funny. Wait a minute. I said what? Oh, no. I did not say no. No.
Nah, who do I need to talk to? You get on E Network right now and talk about
or Billy doing like this. You know what? No, I don't care. Let him misquote me. Fuck him.
I wore a dress at the Oscars. All right.
It's for the greater good. I don't give a shit.
And then you got the women saying, "Why do men got to dress up as women? This doesn't make any sense." And I'm like, it's a joke, guys. It's a joke.
Do you can we talk about the negative male the toxic masculinity in here? They're using dresses to make them feel less of men. You see what I'm saying? That's calling women weak. It's not only disrespectful to men, but it's way disrespectful to women. Can I just see the movie? Can I just see the rest of the goddamn movie?
Hey, I appreciated Karen Parsons, but she's trying, like you said, she's trying to get him, like when she's trying to get Tiger was like, I'm afraid there's a boogeyman, and she's like, yo, just talk to him like a normal person, like a father. And he's trying his best.
Right way.
No,
he did it the right way.
The first time though was hilarious because he was trying his best to try to go normal with it, and you could see him cracking the whole time, like, I can't do this. This is hurting me. Talking like this, I can't do it.
Hey D, if I can mention real quick that like the boys running around in the dresses scene. See, me personally, I would have needed the ghost of Lafayette to come out and say, "See, that's how you do it."
What? You think there's something wrong with it? Shit, two of them boys gonna be gay. You already helping them out.
I mean,
let me tell you something about real homos. Real homos, I love them. I love niggas that know they gay, live they gay. I love them niggas. Because they'll see shit like that. Oh, that's all right, honey. Two of them niggas already gay. They don't even know it yet.
They'll figure it out eventually.
Yes, that one. He'll figure it out. He'll know what happened. He already know.
Hey, look, I went to school with one that was like that, just straight up like, oh, he already know the deal. All right, cool. You cool peoples. I like you.
Oh, man. And think about it. Those guys just get beat up because they were more mature. Wow.
Funny enough, I like people to know gay people got hands. I saw that video where that dude stuck and moved that old boy. I fucking holler. I'm like, yep, gay people got hands too, guys. Don't underestimate.
I told somebody.
Extreme hands.
I told somebody, yo, man, you do realize that some gay dudes will punch you. Why? Why will a gay nigga hit me that hard? One reason why. It's called testosterone that was built into his body, too.
Thank you.
He's going to hit you with the same manly-ass force. Just because you suck dick doesn't mean you can't throw a punch, man. In fact, in D's opinion, I think you got to learn how to
I mean, hey, man.
It's like this. I'm like, yo, look, I'm not even saying nothing as wild as that, but I just like every gay nigga I know, they fight. They know how to fight because they've been dealing with niggas who are assholes to them all their life.
Yeah.
So because I know some dudes who deny, oh nigga, you a faggot. Nah, I ain't. He'll beat the shit out of his ass. And here's me, nigga, you gay as shit right now. Yeah, I know because I know who I am now. Back then, I'm a confused little kid. I'm 15. I'm 12. I'm 13. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. One day, I think I like girls. The next day, I'm gay. It's a fucking trip, man. But like I said, it's funny that we just said, oh man, the motherfuckers knew the game. Yeah, they knew the game, but they had a rough ass ladder at that point. It's like running up a hill with sharp rocks everywhere at that point, man.
I mean, what had me rolling is like eventually, like you said, D, Major Payne changes up his talk with Tiger, and he's like, "Yeah, you afraid of the boogeyman?" Shoots the closet up. He's like, "Yeah, the boogeyman ain't afraid anymore, is he?" It's like, all right.
No, he said that like he said he's still in. He like, no, he shot the door. He's like, is he still in there? If he is, he ain't happy. I'm like, that's how you do it.
But the whole thing of the train engine, like, toot, toot.
You want me to tell you about the little engine that he just go up there, like they try to stop him. He just keep on chucking. Chicka. And then suddenly, I do this. Look, if you know anything about the Wayans brothers and their fucking brand of comedy, you knew that part was coming. Where he'll be telling the story all of a sudden, and suddenly Charlie came out bushes. There was fire everywhere. People dying, explosion. And then big old Chubb, he was in my arms. can't feel my legs.
Hey, you know what,
I'm like,
bro?
Joe, you ain't got no legs. And I see them kicking on the ground.
Dude, here's how fucked up Major Payne is. This is when Tiger peed his pants. He was like, well, he pissed his pants and pissed them all over in front of his pants. And she was like, well, because he's 6. 6? Women, when I was 6 years old, I had a full-time job. Fucking dead.
Yo, I'm sorry. I think every military, if you're a drill sergeant, you have to say that.
Oh yeah, you have to. You have to.
You have to say I had a job at age whatever, just to shut somebody else the
Hey,
fuck
real
up.
talk, I ain't gonna lie. That's some shit like your great grandparents be saying. Like, I was out on the farm at 4 a.m. when I was 6 years old. I'm like, yeah, that is true. That was from a time before when that was your job.
Gentlemen, I do believe the term is boomer talk.
That is boomer talk, ain't it?
I call it bullshit because a lot of there were some boomers that worked on farms and shit like that, but the way they describe it is like, oh, tell me what your granddaddy had to go through when it was still technically slavery.
hey, look, man. Hey, look. My grandfather was a sharecropper. Sharecropping technically was slavery a little bit.
All right, technically.
hey, I'm being technical. Hey, real talk. Sharecropping is slavery, guys. Just FYI. It's just slavery with
Ain't no way getting around that.
It's slavery with a new coat of paint and verbiage. That's about it.
New kind of hate verbiage and a whole lot of Spanish folk that don't know the English language.
Yo, he did tobacco in Bowie, goddamn Maryland. Hey guys, if you're from the DMV, you know where the Carrabba's is in Bowie? Yeah, that's where he farmed at over there.
That's actually awesome though, bro.
Yeah, it's awesome, but like as you know, you think, oh, he's a farmer, and then my dad was like, oh, he's a sharecropper. Me as a kid, I don't know what the hell sharecropping is, and then middle school.
Sharecropper, what's that, son? Like, what's that, Dad? Well, son is pretty much working in the sun for a long time for only rich assholes to buy your fucking food.
You know, my dad basically told me that, but not like directly like that, but pretty much the same way. It was like, hey, he doesn't really own the land, and the tobacco
like,
isn't
when you
really
say
his.
It like that, the way you say it like that, Chris, he said, my dad didn't tell me directly. Like real life, Dad, what's a sharecropper? Shut up, Chris.
Nah.
long drive, boy. Long drive, and cell phones ain't invented yet.
Let's go see your grandfather and get on his tractor. How about that?
Shut the fuck up. Be out in the sun. Be a man. Tend to land. I love how manlyhood is always like, do this one hard thing so you can become a man. I always fucking hate that shit.
It's like push this vehicle out in this hot ass 90-degree sun.
The way it is, you want to know best.
And the classic, of course, is drink some of this Hennessy, get a little her on your chest.
Yo, exactly. It's always like that. It's like, yeah, like it's like for men, it's like push this up, put this over your back, walk that far, do this activity, do that activity, put your penis inside of that. Now you're a man. That's what it really is, man.
And then of course, because you have that type of father, you'll be like, Dad, I did it. Did I say you could rest yet?
It's like, motherfucker, turn to goddamn Captain America if you're dead walking off. Like, goddamn, dude, really? That's where we're at right now?
Oh, man. That line is still my favorite.
Oh, that line was my favorite. That line was my favorite only because if we're talking about who's a boomer, that was fucking some peak boomer shit right there. If you're dead walking off, like, God,
that is some boomer. We're fighting the Japs type of language right there, son. You know what? Like, yo, man, that's what I say. Here's a fun thing. I think a lot of people don't really talk about this. A lot of the shit that people taught about manlyhood, a lot of it came out of the military. A whole hell of a lot of it came out of the military, or just military shit in general around the world, because you could be one of those nations where, yeah, you have to kill in order to be like a man. And then you have other people who's like, nah, we fought in this war, and this war was so hellish, you had to become a man after that and shit like that. Or the really weak dicked one where what we talked about earlier this year when we did Dead Presidents. Son, I understand that you're in Vietnam. I was in World War II, a real war. Yeah. Like it's really weird how It's not even weird. It's just it's the one correlation I always had when it came to white supremacy, and that was a lot of it came out of the military too, because just the attitude, and when you look at the respectability politics, it's some old Marine white guy bullshit. You know what I mean? And that's what always bugged me, and that's just a weird correlation I've always noticed, man.
But it was a funny scene though, because earlier in the thing, they were having a conversation about Tiger, and Major Payne was like, "Maybe you need to pop the titty out of your mouth and let the boy grow up." And she's like, "Excuse me."
Best line in the movie.
He's like, "I didn't stutter. I said, pop your titty out of his mouth and stop babying him."
Yo,
but the thing that had me rolling is when she was like, "You're insecure, psychopathic, frigid asshole," and the only thing he said was, "Well, I ain't frigid." Jesus, like
that is. I'm sorry. That's some man bullshit. Men do that all the time. Where a girl will say, "You're this, 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 and this." And that's how women are good, because they will pick that one thing that you believe that might be a problem with you. And that's why he said that.
Frigid. I ain't frigid.
And that's why he said that, because that you are frigid, because it just hit you, because it hit him. I ain't frigid. Like, bitch, you can call me all that shit.
Out of all the stuff, frigid is what he picked up on. That's what had me rolling. I was like, damn, so you just admitted you're an asshole. Gotcha.
Like, my wife went on me one night, right? And she just went through a whole list, and here's me. I'm sorry, I ain't fucking egotistical, bitch. I don't know who I don't know where that come from. Hold on. Whoa. Where's the e-brake at? Hold up.
Oh no, I got called a dick one time, and I was like, oh shit, maybe I am a dick. Damn.
See, there's some shit you can say to yourself that, you're like, all right, yeah, I am. But that frigid one was like, but her getting called frigid, that plucked the hair, like, I'm not frigid though. Am I?
Do you have that fucking El Chapo meme where he's just staring out off in the distance with his hand behind his back and shit? That's how every dude is, like, shit. Am I?
Sitting there looking at the empty pool.
That is terrible.
Let me tell you something. No. You say it's horrible, but I swear to God, I think that's every guy when women just get that one thing and it's like, God damn, I gotta start examining my life.
You're that picture of Macho Man sitting on the rocks looking at the ocean. Well, maybe I am a little bit too savage.
Hey, I think women. Hey, real talk. I think women do that shit too. You get that one thing, and they're like, "Fuck, damn."
I'm sorry, women think about that shit. You're this. You call me a bitch? I didn't call you a bitch. Oh my God! You're just the most person ever. I just said the one thing that you actually did to me. I'm sorry, I can't believe it. Oh, baby, look, I'm sorry. I forgive you. Wait, what?
Oh, hey, real talk. You know that.
I hate fucking pussy jutsu. Oh, I hate pussy jutsu.
Oh no,
that's all it is.
Hey, real talk. Emily pulled that shit on Major Payne when she stared at him, and he's like, "Well, maybe maybe because I like you, just like. Well, maybe I like you a lot. That's it. Don't push it."
Yo, the one thing she got me was when she leaned in. Started flickering them big old eyes at him, and all of a sudden you just heard this light skin, and it just like started wrapping around his whole head. You're like, well, maybe I guess I could do that for the kids. That's how it worked. It worked. Y'all don't believe me? Y'all don't believe me? Every time she got on the radio, so Maya, tell us, how do you keep your success up? Light skin. And all y'all niggas, and all y'all thirsty ass niggas in the radio, yo, Maya, the baddest bitch ever. You're like, yo, what the fuck has she done? What has she done? I'm sorry to go into this. What has Maya done? What has she done, Chris?
Raise your hands. Raise your hands, D. Raise your hands, D. I'm niggas. All right, shit.
I was gonna say, other than be light skinned and pretty during the 90s.
And from the DMV, so there's that.
Yo, let me look.
And I'm sorry. And for singing that hook on Ghetto Superstar.
Yeah, I forgot she did that. Anyway,
yep.
But still, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she has coasted on her light skinnedness, and I'm not saying that Maya's not talented, but as a DMV nigga, You're four. You're 4 out of 10. Anyway,
and one other bit, D. You also forget that she did that one music video where she was a cheerleader, and every 14-year-old dude from the DMV was pretty much spanking it to that.
Was that moving on? I'm moving on.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know why I remember that song? Because I remember that being the day I said to myself, "Wait a minute. Why do people like Silk the Shocker?" I'm not kidding you. That's when I realized Silk the Shocker was one of the most terrible rappers of all time. Was actually on that song. And Maya, that was not your fault. And Maya, if you're listening to me, I am a critic of all I'm a harsh on you. But that was not your fault. I actually thought that song was good. And real talk, I still think It's All About Me is one of the sexiest songs I ever heard in my life. I will admit that. I can still say that. But that being
Cisco.
No, I'm sorry. D skips over that Cisco part every fucking time. You want to talk about a boner killer? Good Lord. You know I will love you for life. Like, shut up, Joe Cisco. Take your ass somewhere. This is what I'm telling you. Baltimore niggas know how to fuck up everything. This fine ass bitch from PG is killing it, and all of a sudden here come your little Baltimore dope fiend music listening ass.
Let me tell you something. Anyways, let's get back to Major Payne. So the whole crux of this is he's basically teaching these kids.
Sorry. Yes, Chris. House music with a stiletto beat is dope fiend music to me, because y'all Baltimore niggas did that to yourself. I didn't do that. Y'all did that.
I just want people to know. I want people to understand.
Every dope fiend nigga I have ever seen, every dope fiend nigga I have ever seen dance crushes it the second percolator comes on.
I want people to understand that me and D have a long-standing camaraderie with the Black on Black cinema crew in Baltimore, where we'll crack on each other's music from our respective regions in the DMV and shit. They'll get on us for go-go music sounding like, as one Baltimore person said.
Look, I know Terrence and Jay are only like 3 years younger, like a year or two older than us. Let me tell you something about these washed old niggas from Baltimore that keep on talking about their fucking.
I'm just laughing. No, D. I'm just laughing. I'm laughing because... Hold on, let me get this out. D, I'm laughing because when you said dope fiend music, I was picturing somebody actually doing dope to Percolator.
I'm serious.
Bubbles for the wire. Doing
I'm serious. No, nigga, I'm serious. Come on, dog. You mean to tell me if you took out, remember, all right, time machine. You go back. It's 2005. You're sitting in front of the Baltimore Convention Center. Here comes the ice cold water man. You mean to tell me if you didn't put on motherfucking Percolator, that old nigga wouldn't kill it? Is that what you trying to tell me? You trying to tell me he wouldn't?
Muscular ass ice cold dude fucking doing a fucking spinneroonie and shit.
I swear it's the moment you hear it's time for the Percolator, then you just hear that pop, 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 pop. That's when it really kicks in.
I'm telling you right now, man. I'm telling you right now, it'll be like
for me, it's the big girl part. Watch out for the big girl.
Watch out for the big girl.
I swear to God.
That's when the drug kicks in. That's when the drug kicks in, dude. He's gone. He's gone.
Man, it'd be like that fucking. Look, I love the fucking video for the song. It'd be like the equivalent of the fucking Dirty Vegas Days Go By, where that black dude was just randomly dancing.
God, you talking about the one with you talking about the Dirty Days Go By where the chick is dancing in the freaking she's dancing in the Mitsubishi.
My man was dancing and everybody looking at him like, why is he dancing? I think he's dancing for this girl that he used to hang out with. Now he just dances to bring her back, and I'm like, that's exactly what Percolate is. It'd be some fucking dope fiend.
Oh
dancing.
My God! Look, man, look! Like, again! Oh my God! Again! Before anybody, our listeners from Baltimore, you gotta understand this is all in fun. This is all in fun.
It's all love, man.
Because you know why? Because we have to sit there silently and listen to y'all corny ass jokes about us. Okay. Because, and let me make that very clear. Y'all get probably one good one on us, but it's always a go-go one. And that's what that's all y'all got. That's all the fuck y'all got on us. And if anybody wants to say, quit calling us dope fiends like that, I don't understand why you call us that shit. I ain't the nigga. Look, my city didn't make the corner and the wire, and then therefore got proud that y'all made that shit. All right, y'all were happy that y'all made a show about y'all cracked out fucking city. That ain't D's problem. Look, that ain't my problem. Look, the second DC makes something about, I don't know, some old shit y'all had to bring up about America being on crack, then you can get back on me on that shit.
Only thing we got in DC is fucking rapey ass Kevin Spacey's fucking TV show. That's about it.
Only thing you can go on us, real talk, you want to go on us Baltimore niggas, you're fine doing it. Talk about how we getting gentrified and real talk. Black people are catching the fucking pedigree right now. You can do that shit.
And maybe the occasional Marion Barry joke, because we know.
I mean, they always not, but they're not good. They're not good. You want to know why? Because Baltimore niggas are naturally not funny. I don't know why y'all niggas think they are. I don't understand why.
Hey, look, the one joke that I thought was funny before we continue that, I actually laughed. And again, like you said, it's the go-go joke. Somebody said go-go sounds.
It's always the go-go joke. It's never nothing else. Your mumbo sauce. I'm sorry, we like fucking food. I'm sorry, we like food, nigga.
Somebody said go-go sounds like somebody threw some Timbs in a fucking dryer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, fuck you for that. That's not that damn funny, nigga. That's not that damn funny.
I laugh because it's funny to me. To me, it's funny. It's like, all right,
I understand. Y'all want to go on this little doop. It's all right, fine, cool. It's fine.
But you got him with the percolator strung out thing.
I'm just saying. Look, it's like this, because that ain't a straw man argument. Real talk. That's all y'all got. It's a stiletto beat. Y'all have made 80 different songs off a regular stiletto beat. You can't say that about go-go. At least we switch up the goddamn flow every now and then. Y'all niggas are lost without deuce. Y'all lost without that shit.
Anyway, so they're basically, Major Payne is training them for the military games and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they've been
Virginia military games.
The Virginia military games. And at one point, since the boys been trying to get him out, Major Payne was like, all right, if you want me out, go on ahead and steal a military trophy for Madison. Unbeknownst to them, though, Major Payne basically snitched their ass out.
Yep. And they get jumped off books, man. They get trampled over, kicked and all that. One of them calls the deaf kid a nigger. It's fucked up, man.
hey, D might be joking, but I really think that's probably what happened.
Speaking of which, because this goes along with this story, Chris, there was a one kid that was already there that was into this military shit. He was already like, "Come on, everybody, let's go!" Yeah, that kid. All right, you know, Angie. That's what she when she hears Robin. Angie says when she hears Robin on Teen Titans Go, that's what he sounds like to her.
Oh, like Scott Menville.
yeah, that's what he sounds like. No, but you know who really sounds like that to her? Seth Rollins sounds like that to her. Come on, I'm the buddy night messiah. Come on, everyone bow to me. I'm the architect.
Actually, he sounds more like fucking drunken Lindsay Lohan from Robot Chicken.
Don't make me do it. I can glide like a spider monkey.
Too good. That's silly.
I'm up in the way, Falcor. That wasn't Lindsay Lohan. That was a Nicole Richie that said that shit. But still.
Dude, I swear to God, when they did Drunk Lindsay Lohan with Herbie, I fucking laughed because the Herbie, it's like, Herbie, you can dance, you can talk. Yeah.
Yo, but this kid got on my nerve the whole time. And right when they were about to go out, he was like, yeah, you guys can go, but I'm going to stay here. I'm already getting on transfer. And of course, he gets transferred to the school that they're going to steal the trophy from, because that was a plot line that we cared about. Good. They really didn't focus on that because nobody gave a shit.
Now, but here's the thing, though. Major Payne realizes, as Dee pointed out, 5 months later, as he's training these kids, he's about to get shipped off Fallujah. And Major Payne's like, shit, I get to kill people. And
I love the fact that you said Fallujah. I love the fact that I said it earlier, Bosnia, and you went for today's shit. Fallujah.
It's the first thing that just came into mind. It's like, what's the third one? Fallujah. It's just bam.
Oh God, what was the one that Hillary Clinton did?
Oh God. Bosnia.
No, Benghazi.
The one that had the fucking Jim from The Office. They made that fucking dumbass goddamn Call of Duty movie off of.
Oh my God, the one that to me actually started the meme of Pepe Silva for me. He said when you have that one friend trying to tell you how Hillary did Benghazi.
I swear, I watched that movie and it's like, y'all really thought Hillary did this shit? Really?
I wanted to see it because everybody says it's bad. They say it's good and bad.
It is a Call of Duty jerk off wet dream. Jim from The Office like literally put on the gun show like, yeah, I got ripped for this movie. And I'm like, none of this shit in this movie happened. What happened?
No, wait, no. See, CJ, I know you say that's a Call of Duty movie. No, I got an even worse Call of Duty movie for you. I think it was on Netflix. It's still on Netflix. It's and it stars homegirl from Jessica Jones, the one who plays her friend. The blonde chick.
Shit! I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about.
It's the SEAL Team 6 movie.
Oh shit! Yeah, it is. Oh,
that is a Call of Duty movie.
Is that the Peter Berg one?
I think it is.
Oh, I saw that one. Peter Berg.
It's the one where they had the two Middle Eastern guys. They were staying in that house across from where Osama was hiding out at.
Yeah, that was the Peter Berg one where he really was jerking himself off. Like, yeah, I went realistic. I got real. Like, he literally got real military folks to be the actors and shit.
Yeah, so he actually went all out and actually like got like stuntmen and shit and like these actual Marines. Like nobody went to see the movie though, right?
There's a reason why Peter Berg is Michael Bay. Like Michael Bay loves the military, but Michael Bay goes nuts with it, right? Peter Berg does it, but he tries to do the whole I'm being respectful to the military, but it's like, but Peter, you still got a wild ass fucking movie. You could be respectful and go wild. Like you don't have to like, what are you doing? Like, come on.
I feel that Peter Berg to me is nothing more than a thinking man's Michael Bay. And
yes.
And here's the worst part. We all said, oh man, I wish Michael Bay could slow down. If he did, it would be Peter Berg. And here's the funny thing about that. If he's Peter Berg, he's not good anyway. So what the fuck?
And I feel bad because Peter Berg, there's a sense of genuineness to him because I think he does legit like, hey, he has love for the military. So I'm not gonna say it's fake. It's like, oh, there's some genuine.
I don't even want to say about the fakeness of the military. I think Peter Berg lucks out that his movies do just well enough so he can get another job. To be honest with you, and I think that's what he lucks up on. He lucks up on. They just make budget. They just make a good, big enough stance where they can make money off of home video. You know what I mean? So, but here's the funny thing. Michael Bay still produces motherfucking hits. That's the stupid part about it. And then
side note, that fucking Boston Bomber movie, I fucking hate that goddamn movie.
Oh my god, I forgot that was a movie.
That was literally look, and I like Mark Wahlberg. That was the one movie I'm looking at Mark like, okay, Mark, I know you're from Boston, but goddamn man, you were jerking off Boston in that fucking movie. Like we gotta get that bomber.
That whole movie was when I read from the roots, and it's just something I always say when I see those certain type of movies. It's white guy porn.
Oh, yeah.
It's pure, I'm an American. I care for this city. I'm either a fireman, a policeman, or I'm some type of military person. Oh, man, it's only one person can do it. The white guy from the local white guy.
Meanwhile, I'm looking at John Goodman like, so John, you had to pay off that car, huh? All right, cool. That's what's up.
John Goodman says yes to everything, man.
He's the he was the best thing in that goddamn movie though. But anyways, so he's training them up and stuff, and as you said, one of the kids leaves and stuff. And as he's training them, he's basically about to get shipped off to actually go back to kill. So the kids are like, so are we gonna,
I mean, after all that training, that motherfucker said it was like really clear. It's like, hey, he's like, Payne, it looks like I cleared it up. You're off to Bosnia. He's like, so I leave today. He's like, yes, you do. Like, but the kids, the training.
It is once a lifetime opportunity. You better take it,
motherfucker. I fought to get you onto this mission. And here's me, that nigga Colonel Campbell for you, man.
Bruh, started snaked his ass.
He Colonel Campbell for you.
He Colonel Campbell, bruh.
So here's my question, just real talk. It was in Bosnia. That's a pretty. Let's just be real. If you were alive at the time, that was a big deal. Real talk. That being said, So who did they replace him with?
I mean, what was
Because
the
it seems like Major Payne would be the one leading that whole charge. You know what I mean?
What was the name of that movie that took place in Bosnia? What was it?
Oh man, there's several ones. Not Black Hawk Down. Black Hawk Down took place.
See, I was about to say Black Hawk Down because that was the first
think
one.
it did.
I was gonna no, both of y'all are wrong. Black Hawk Down was Somalia.
Oh
Somalia,
shit! Yeah. I keep getting both of them mixed up, but yeah. But when they said Bosnia,
that was another one in the '90s too. Somalia had a lot of shit going down in the '90s too.
But Bosnia though, yeah, I as a kid, I remember Bosnia. That was a big goddamn deal.
Big. Because the whole Eastern Curtain was like just breaking apart, yeah.
So I have to imagine the general when he sees the fact that Major Payne didn't report and he was back at the military gates. Can you imagine he's just sitting in his office like, this son of a bitch? I fucking did it.
Well, it looks like I'm going to be fine for this.
Actually, if we're talking military structure, he probably got like a fucking Article 15 or LLC because Major Payne didn't show up or some shit.
Hey, look, check it out, D. Oh, man, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's just basically paperwork because you fucked up.
I know, but it's like talking to a civilian. Here's me, word.
Dude, LLC is literally, I got an LLC one time on some like, don't do it again kind of shit. And I'm like, why do I have to do paperwork for this again? This doesn't make any sense. This military is weird.
It is weird, and Chris, and come on, let's just be real. You just wagged your penis at traffic. That's not a crime.
It really was. It was on some shit that was like it was an accident, but they have to do something to reprimand to say that they did something. And I'm like,
oh, you did wag your penis out, did you?
Nah, I wasn't no wag, no penis. It was
not that time, nigga.
Nah.
That didn't happen.
It was
Chris. That ain't happened till 07, nigga. That's something totally different.
Actually, fuck it. I'll tell the story. So basically, long story short, the military plane that I was working on, they have antennas underneath it, and they have like the covers for the antenna. And the tow bar, when we tow it, it goes like you have to kind of maneuver around the antenna in order to get it locked into the jet. So everything was fine. When I go to pull it out, I thought I had enough room to kind of cut it over. I didn't, and I end up hitting it. Minor hairline crack on the antenna. Didn't break it or anything, but I got chewed out for it, and I got an LLC for it.
So you mean to tell me you got a demerit because your dumb ass, I don't know if you were dumb or not. I'm just being real. I don't know. I feel like that's just a little bit too much.
Oh, no, that's hey, the way I got yelled at, you would have thought. I mean, the way I got yelled at, you would have thought I broke the fucking thing and I fucking power drived on it and all that shit. I was like, God damn, it didn't even break it. It was an accident, But
it's weird. It's weird though, man. Like he did all that training for them. These kids are learning about themselves. And here's the funny thing. I do believe there are I always hated my father-in-law for bringing up this one thing. What we need to do is get all these black kids who want to be on the street and put them in the military. All right.
Not really a good idea.
Here's my problem with that. That's only going to work for 1 in 4 of those kids. Every 4 kids, only 1 it will work for. And even out of that 1 it will work for, 1 is going to excel. The rest of them niggas are going to hate it until their last day in the military.
There's going to be, I can tell you straightforward. I've been around folks that just joined the military. Like me, I joined because I just wanted to figure shit out and get the fuck out of the DC area for a while, right? There are some people that just join because they didn't know what the fuck to do and shit, and this is just a job, so they just coast, which that happens, And that's and so when you're telling people, well, just throw them in the military, I'm like, that's a bad idea because you might get a kid that really didn't want to be in the military, and you're going to put him in a job that he really doesn't fucking want to do.
And then you get some people who go into the military, and unfortunately, they got to be in the battle zone. They ain't ready for that shit.
Oh yeah, and then the PTSD, and then all the extra stuff that comes with
it. Because that's the fucked up thing about PTSD. Even if you're a motherfucker that wants to be a soldier and all for, you're going to get some of that. That's the fucked up thing about PTSD. It don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even the most hardened person that thinks they can get over it is like, no, you're not.
And the one thing I got me, and at least what I always notice, I feel like all military guys always get it wrong with Full Metal Jacket. With Vincent D'Onofrio's character, he had no business being in the military, and I think that was a
perfect example of it.
And I think that was a point they was trying to make, but everybody's like, "Nah, he was too weak. He didn't belong in there." Yeah, he didn't belong there.
Yeah, he really didn't have the mental fortitude to deal with all that.
Yeah,
and that was clearly a guy that was depressed because once he got like hazed, you could tell he was getting depressed, but he was he was depressed clearly. And I think Joker was the only one that noticed it, but just kind of like, whatever, he'll get over it. And it's like, no, he's depressed. He is.
And
depressed.
and that was the thing about Full Metal Jacket. They was really trying to bring that to light. That was back in the 70s, nigga. You know what I mean? But that was during that was during the draft where, of course, you had no choice but to go in. You know what I mean?
The thing that got me about that part too, about him being depressed, is that you saw him actually improve right when he was snapping.
Yeah. Usually that's how it goes.
I mean,
because at that point you train to kill her, so
right. I mean, you actually see him snap, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you were actually breaking even. Like you could get through basic and you'll be all right, but nah, he was too far gone.
Oh yeah, he was too far gone and stuff. But it's like with Major though. Going back though, I like how he just all of a sudden when they start the military games, it's like on some fucking. I'm sorry, it's on some Double Dare shit to me at least.
Some field day bullshit. There's tug of war, capture the flag, jousting. Bunch of running.
Hey, real talk. I'll fully admit this. The obstacle course, that shit's fun. I know that like the military. I know for me, like when I went through basic training, we had to go through the obstacle course. It was fun. It's just like, man, I don't know why everybody said this is hard. This shit's fucking. Well, I love it. This is some shit that I thought I could do on Wild and Crazy Kids.
You know, it's weird, man. It's weird because the military trains you to be a killer. It trains you to do all that shit. It's fucking wild when you really think
Swiss Army knife of everything. It's like it teaches you how to kill. It teaches you how to fend for yourself. It teaches you the basic shit that cops should know.
Yo, it did it for some people. Like it did for some people, and it teaches you how not to touch girls, and it teaches you how to touch girls. The military's fucked up that way.
only difference is the military, unlike cops, actually knows how to punish people accordingly. So.
Ooh. Hey. Yeah. And the military is taking responsibility of knowing because that is so funny where I got to hear from and that's a great thing being a civilian, hearing my military friends joke about this shit, how they had to be sat down and told, stop raping girls, guys. Come on.
But the thing of it is, the military will be like, oh, you like doing that? First off, you're going to get demoted 2 ranks. Second off, because you're getting demoted 2 ranks, you're not going to make as much money as it is, and you could possibly get jail time. Which kind of puts you in a position of you're going to probably end up getting booted out of the military after that.
Yeah. But, of course, and let's just be real. Yes, there are some crimes that go on in the military, yada, yada, yada. Yes, we know that. There's a string of that, but it's just funny to me that the stories I get from my friends of this, they had to be physically told by their superiors, stop.
Oh yeah, stop. No. D saying that? Oh, it's truth. It's like that, and I'm sitting back like, I mean, I know this is common sense. Yeah, don't rape women. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just sitting there shrugging.
You think it'll be common sense, but you gotta tell this to grown ass. It's hilarious.
Well, I mean, you're telling like that, you're telling 18-year-old, 19-year-old kids. I'm just gonna say kids. We're young as fuck. We don't know any fucking better. We're not mature. And you're putting them in charge of $1 million jets. You're giving them this money that's guaranteed. It ain't like you can work 12 hours. You're still gonna get paid the same fucking amount. They're getting all this amenities and stuff, and they don't know. And you got some people that don't know how to act. It sucks. Yeah.
You get people, they don't care, man. They getting that motherfucking Dodge Charger as soon as they get out of basic.
Hey, that's a funny joke that is so true, and it's just funny when you see it. It's like, God damn, man, we really don't have originality in the military. Just Dodge Chargers.
First of all, you know every military personnel's car. If it ain't the Camaro, a Mustang, a Charger, the Challenger. Like, I mean, am I wrong, CJ?
No, you're not
God.
wrong.
That being said, hey, shout out to one of our big fans. Hey, Julian, you just had to get a Mustang when you got that shit, did you, nigga? You just had. Shout out to this nigga for number one reason. This motherfucker's our age. He just got out of basic a year ago. So, good for him. Good for him, man. I can't believe you did this shit, nigga. You were that person. Look, here's this. This is a joke between him. You just had to get your hand on a big ass gun, huh, nigga? That's all you want.
Look. Hey, did you love how old boy from the rival school tripped up the dude from the fucking academy, blatant trip up like, oh, you didn't give a fuck, did you? All right.
Wait, what's going on? There's a storyline going on between the kids. Let them fight.
They let the motherfuckers fight. And here's the funny part: the Madison kids were fine, but these kids, the delinquents of Major Payne, he couldn't even allow them to show up, and all of a sudden, Major Payne shows up like, I'm here, and I'm like, oh,
complete with military music.
But again, I like how the kids all of a sudden is giving Major Payne shit like, oh, now you show up, motherfucker. And he was like, didn't you want me gone? Just putting it out there.
Last time I checked, y'all motherfuckers wanted me gone, man. Yo, they do that little performance out there. It's corny as fuck, but it's cute.
Little Orlando Brown out here, leading the charge and stuff. Major Payne give him the toot thing. In the military generals on the stage tapping their feet to it, which I laughed because it kind of reminded me of that Martin joke where he's like, all right, hustle man, I was tapping my feet to it a little bit. I admit. Speaking
of tapping feet, one of D's favorite parts of the movies. Like, so what do you do for fun? I like to hang upside down, blindfold, and clean my gun and put it right back together before put it back together as fast as I can. Do you like do anything else? She's like, I don't think you like to dance. And all of a sudden you just see that go too. I've been known to cut a little rug.
Bruh, my man was out here dancing his ass off.
I was gonna say what proceeds next is probably the best scene in the whole movie.
This nigga gets to dancing, and I'm like, yo, David, what the fuck are you doing?
Full disclosure, if you want to know my perspective of seeing Eris years ago on New Year's Day dancing with my chicks, that is him right. Wow. That scene describes everything about Eris in the best way possible. Because
hey, yo, Eris, that is disrespectful and so goddamn accurate about you.
Oh my god, no.
It was a fun moment. New Year's 2009 was fun. It was fun.
Look. I was on one, all right? Leave me alone.
Hey, it's all good, nigga.
It was fun. I give Eris shit, but it's the best kind of compliment ever. I'm just saying, ladies.
But you know what makes this all better? Guess what song they playing? Pop that Coochi! Pop that Coochi! Pop the Coochi! Pop that Coochi!
Hold on, but this is all now D. Okay, see, he says what he says when I was dancing with this chick. I mean, we were going at it like the whole time. Shout outs to Club Glow, miss you. But this is coming from the same dude who literally lost it when we was at Ultra Bar and they played what was that song? No, dude, you lost at two songs. Freaking Barbra Streisand and the other one, not jump on it. What was it? Oh God, dun, 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 dun,
oh, dun, Apache.
Dun. Yeah, thank you, Apache.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what, Chris? Hey, Chris. I would enjoy to see your tall, corny looking ass dancing. I would have.
My tall, corny ass had a bunch of chicks dancing with me, so I don't.
Hey, I'm not hating.
And I gave that to him.
I'm not hating. I would have loved to see it. Is what I'm trying to say. I knew that nigga would have went for Apache. I knew.
CJ lost it. He lost that duck sauce at Apache, just like how when he saw me at Glow, and I think CJ said the only thing I was missing was the broom.
Bruh, he was on his turbo from fucking breaking
turbo shit.
Hey, to my credit though, like Barbra Streisand, I like duck sauce, so that's a given. Apache, I was drunk, but I ain't gonna blame it on the drink. Apache, I fucking like Apache, so I don't give a shit. If it's like it's old school, so I like it.
And one more embarrassing moment for me. Well, I ain't gonna say embarrassing because I had fun. CJ was like, "Hey, yo, Demetrius, now you see it." When we was on that CW boat party,
bruh. Nigga, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I got a little thought yet. Fucking blow the whistle. So yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, blow the whistle, man. No, everybody, fucking even Diggle from fucking Arrow got a little thotty a little bit when blow the whistle. Like, yo, that song does something.
No, because if I ain't mistaken, I finally found my space to dance, and it was right when D-Nice played Finesse.
Bruh, I fucking lost it, man. That shit, that whole thing is just.
And that is how we met our friends that work at BET. And I love the fact that I caught Demetrius's face because I was like, see, you thought it was just a joke. You thought it was a myth, but I do it.
But no, what had me rolling though is easily in Major Payne though. Emily is looking embarrassed. I'm like, hey, you like the motherfucker. Now all of a sudden you embarrassed because you dancing and shit.
You gotta see this. Look, you know what makes this better for D? This nigga shows up in his fucking dress whites, nigga.
Bruh, that is peak military. That is peak military shit right there.
That is peak military. You want to date and you wearing your whites. You ain't in your dress blues. You in your dress whites. That's a nigga that's trying to get pussy. That's the nigga that's trying to get pussy.
Did you love when they got the food and he just ate that shit up like he only got like 2 minutes to eat the food before he gets killed with some shit?
Now I don't
sped up the video.
To me, that is so. That seems like some older military men shit. You know what I mean?
I think it is. I want to say it is.
I don't know. I felt like it always was. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like you said, you in the jungle, you got to eat real fast type shit. You know what I mean?
Basic training a little bit too, because they don't give you time to eat to really enjoy the food. It's like, nah, eat that food, drink that water, and get the fuck out of here. And it's like, okay, shit, damn, I can't eat my. Hey, it is what it is and stuff. I mean. But that whole sequence was fucking hilarious. But like I said, when apparently the school wins, they had the big ass trophy in there and stuff. And there's a new squadron of new kids that comes in there and stuff. And Tiger is the eldest is the leader of this crew alongside Major Payne. And I like how the blind kid with the dog is there and stuff. And he mouths off the Major Payne. He's like, oh, both of y'all, okay. Hey, Tiger, go ahead and get my field knife.
Tell your mom.
Tell your mom, which means that he got married to Emily.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yippee. I mean, look, it's a big deal. Yo, and I loved it because now he shaved homeboy's head. He shaved a fucking dog, yeah.
Fucking
That's
German
hilarious.
Shepherd, too. A German Shepherd. The German Shepherd.
The dog. They just ended on. Oh my god, man! This is all the line. That laugh. That laugh, yo. Like, yo, man, killing is my business, ladies, and business is good.
Hey, I gotta ask you guys this.
I love that line, man.
We talk about Keenan Ivory Wayans and Damon Wayans and stuff. Do you think Damon Wayans has the better movie catalog overall? Oh
yeah, of course he does. He does.
I think that goes without saying.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just mainly because Damon. I think Damon more than any other Wayne was the most marketable one of all of them. He was very versatile. He was hard worker. Very hard worker because to Damon's own discredit, he put his all in everything he does. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like him and his brother have two different vibes, but it's just so great when you look at how Keenan opened the door for this whole fucking family to get into the whole business, for them to find their own and all that. Mm-hmm. Who knew by in a way, if you look at what they do on both catalogs, Damon is the most successful Wayne.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I still love Great White Hype. Great White Hype to me is fucking hilarious.
And besides,
which we need to do one day.
And besides, it takes great talent to make your brother look likable.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Marlon.
I think what happened was, here's a funny thing about Marlon. I think Marlon survived on enough people and enough people liking him. I don't think his stuff is good, but I think a lot of people like him.
He feels
he gets away with murder with me with senseless.
You know what it is? I this might be a stretch saying this. He's like Black Johnny Knoxville. He can just do silly ass shit, and it just for some reason people just like it.
And that's what I'm saying. It's a funny thing. I don't even think it's a people like it thing, because Marlon, real talk, has made some bad shit and survived. So
I mean, did anybody else? Did anybody think his career was going to go anywhere after Requiem for a Dream?
I think a lot of people thought, because here's the thing, Marlon really wanted to be bigger than what he is. Yeah. And then to his own credit, he got comfortable with who he is, a silly person.
Yeah.
And, and like I said, I'm going to sound like a hater if I keep on talking about Marlon, but I just don't know what he's done in the last, be honest, 10 years that was any good. I laughed when he was in Dance Flick. I ain't gonna lie about that. I thought it was funny when he showed up in that.
This is where I throw in my true opinion. You see, Marlon, you should have never shot Tupac.
God damn.
Good one. That is what we call the one of good.
You should have never shot him.
Shot Tupac, nigga.
Hey, look, man. Hey, look, I still laugh because, again, if you do it, hey, look, to speak to D's thing, look, I love the movie to death. Him being Ripcord in G.I. Joe, I was like, what the fuck's Marlon doing in goddamn G.I. Joe?
It's like I said, it's weird.
Why are you here?
I'm not mad at it, but it's like, huh. All right.
But yeah, but the fact that the whole family is still continuing to make shit. Damon Jr. has been really trying to get his projects, his little circle of friends moving and shit. You know what I mean? So it is, like I said, to me, it is amazing that Damon has done so much. This is our second Damon movie that we did, because the first one, of course, was More Money. Yeah. And this is the second one we did. I know that eventually you and I are going to do Last Boy Scout eventually, Chris. But but still, we still got a couple of Damon Wayans movies to get through, and probably will do. You know what I mean?
But you know what's funny? So this is the most ironic of box office openings. Opening weekend, it got beat out by fucking Outbreak.
Here's the funny thing about that. Outbreak only gets viewed when there's an epidemic going on in the world.
That is a movie.
No bullshit. I remember they started playing that
movie. I'm assuming that movie then jumped up in popularity again.
It did. Yeah, thank you, That and Contagion. Like, anytime, like, when I remember when what was the one H1N1 was out, and that movie got popular again. And I remember when the Ebola virus got big, and it always shows up when a disease comes out, man. So yeah, that's just funny to me.
These are the movies that came out in '95. A couple of them I remember, and a couple of them like, what the fuck. So Outbreak was number 1, Major Payne number 2, Dolores Claiborne. They beat out Dolores fucking Claiborne opening weekend. That's crazy. Yeah, that's one of those movies that to me is like overhyped, but I've only seen like 5 minutes of it, so what the fuck do I know? Man of the House, yes, the Jonathan Taylor Thomas movie.
Yeah, I remember that movie was terrible, man.
Chevy Chase. Wow.
Just when you thought Jonathan Taylor Thomas's career was going to go somewhere after Lion King.
I mean, it didn't went nowhere. Jonathan Taylor Thomas, man, rightfully so, disappeared into nothing, man. Good for him.
He did Man in the House, and then he did Tom and Huck.
Tom and Huck, I remember that.
Him and fucking Brad Renfro, they were the fucking heartthrobs of the 90s, kids. Didn't you know that? Tall Tale. Yes, Tall Tale, the Patrick Swayze movie that he was supposed to be playing fucking Paul Bunyan.
I do remember Tall Tale.
Yep.
I barely remember that movie.
Just Cause. Candyman, Farewell to the Fresh.
Okay.
Bye Bye Love, Muriel's Wedding, and Pulp Fiction.
And let me guess, Pulp Fiction was like in his 12th week or some bullshit like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, 12th week.
Oh, damn. I just guessed it.
No, you're right. And Forrest Gump was on his 13th week.
Well, see, it's funny, man. Even though I noticed that when we get into the 90s movies, the quality kind of drops.
I mean, if I'm looking at, let's look at the rest of the list, though. So Shawshank Redemption was on his 17th week. Street Fighter on its 22nd week. Losing Isaiah was on its 15th week. Brady Bunch movie on its 17th week. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's pretty much it on top, like the big movies and stuff at that time. So, I mean, it is what it is and stuff. But Major Payne, doing what it is. It's like you said. Like I said, Damon Wayans was a person that could make money.
Yeah. And that's why I say he just knew how to make. I don't know. Like I said, I think he just had the right. I won't even say publicist, man, but he knew what to say. And he fought for everything. Even
he wrote this movie too. That's the common denominator. He's wrote a good chunk of the movies that he's been in.
Oh yeah.
So clearly you can see where the quality's at. He's not letting other people write it. He's like, no, I'm gonna fucking write this shit. Like you're not
much like his brother. He really wants the creative process, be a part of the creative process, and I'm totally for shit like that, especially when for black people, man. Hell yeah. I don't want it to be some shit where it comes off like a guy that's 55 years old and white and only talking to black people wrote this. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I get that. I get why he.
And it's kind of like, look, I'm not like a huge fan of the movie like that. It's kind of probably why like Marcy X is kind of silly the way it is, because it's like, well, of course David Wayans wrote this movie. It makes perfect sense.
Oh why God, I can't with Marcy X. I think it's one of the worst things ever.
It's a silly ass movie, but it's kind of like you kind of get like where they're going at, where he was going at with it. It just didn't like hit that mark like it should have.
All right, let me put it to you this way: more like what they did to what Family Guy did to Cleveland Show. I wish I had a better example. I was like, here, Chris,
no, I see what you're saying.
Because I was saying, because you know what I was saying. Hello, Chris, watch this movie. It's just like Marcy X. But it ain't. You know why? Because there's actual jokes in this one.
Yeah, and look,
I like the
Cleveland Show, but it's like, yeah, I see why. I mean, it got 3 seasons.
I love it when he said that. Yeah, you just catch up what we did on Family Guy. Oh yeah, I hate to warn you, there are actual jokes in this. I like, yo,
kicking the nuts.
Hey, but don't worry, Chris. Cleveland Brown's going to be a black guy for now.
Because the bunk from The Wire is going to voice him. No, that's not true at all. He's trying.
I hope that, man. I hope not, because I think this is the stupidest thing ever. Like I said, I understand with a poo, but what? Somebody's like, oh, they need to like they talking about doing it with Dr. Hibbert. I'm like, no, Dr. Hibbert's a doctor. He cool. You know how many niggas we know?
Funny.
Do you know how many niggas we know talk like Dr. Hibbert? Well, I guess it ain't going to happen for you. Yeah, I know it's a white guy. Yes, I know it's a white guy, but there's a lot of niggas that talk like that.
Let's be real, too. It ain't a character of any black person either. That's what makes it fucking hilarious. It's like, oh, yeah, that's funny.
Now, Carl, yeah.
He just sounds like a black New Yorker. That's about it.
I don't know, homo.
But anyways, but yeah, that's Major Payne. Funny movie.
Is Major Payne.
Funny movie. Definitely watch it. Yeah,
I think so we're 3 Black Geeks. As far as us doing any live stuff, we're going to be gone for the next 2 weeks. We are going to have shows that are going to be put up during the 2 weeks that we will be gone. Yes, we're still doing Working Title and all the rest of that. But as for the main show, we're going to be gone. When we do come back, I am making this fucking promise.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing motherfucking WMAC Masters because it's been long enough. We were supposed to do it a week ago, and I kind of fucked up on it. But it's been long enough, and I really can't wait for us to talk about all the great action and Hakeem the Machine losing a bunch of times before he gets on that winning streak. That was beast of shit. Yeah. So.
Hey! Look, if I had to do a shrine of black sports people, Hakeem the Machine would be in my shrine.
No bullshit. When 3 Black Geeks first started and we started mentioning, I did everything to get us noticed. I remember I mentioned Hakeem the Machine and the response I got back from black people, because white people, I think white kids just didn't look at WMAC Masters because I don't know why, but whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, the response I got back was from a whole lot of black people, and still to this day, when we mention WMAC Masters, everybody said Hakeem the Machine, Hakeem the Machine, Hakeem the Machine, and it's just this. Oh my God! To me, it's one of the most. I know if that nigga hear how much our generation loves him. Oh, I know that nigga will cry, because every fucking blurred I have talked to, and I have mentioned WMAC Masters before I can even finish the C in WMAC. Hakeem the Machine. Or
First,
that,
first of all,
or that one nigga, Superstar was my nigga, man.
first of all, my dude, as much as I love Hakeem the Machine, and yes, I lost my mind when I saw him in Mortal Kombat. But on the show, my boy, actually, I had three that I really liked. There was Hakeem the Machine, Panther was cool, and Tsunami.
Tsunami was mine. Tsunami and Hakeem. I didn't really. Who was the wolf character?
About to say Night Wolf for a second.
No, I was going to say the same thing.
It's like, hey,
I
Night
was
Wolf.
about to say the same thing. It was the Indian character. It was the Native American character.
Yeah, you had the Native
But
American.
But it was those three. Those were my boys, man. Yeah. Tsunami was one of my boys, man. I remember
but my thing about, like I said, Great Wolf. That's what his name. Great Wolf.
Great Wolf. Yes, I knew it was something.
Can we be real here? A lot of let's be real here. A lot of the characters were inspirations for future Mortal Kombat characters.
Well, one little nugget about that. Everybody that was in WMAC Masters were pretty much
they
on MK,
already in it,
or they did actual mocap for the game.
Exactly.
It's weird, and that was not Turtle Tub, not Turtle Tub. It's a guy that still does shit for Mortal Kombat to this day. He created all the things Mortal Kombat. He even made that stupid food fight movie. God, that nigga. But that was his whole.
Oh, you talking about John Tobias?
Yeah, that was his whole company, man. That was his whole company because they did that whole Mortal Kombat live action tour thing. That I gotta find tape on that shit. I have to find. I know it exists. I know it exists. I gotta find
all
tape.
All the characters are dressed up from the MK3 video game. Because let's be real, MK3 was like the hottest Mortal Kombat game.
Oh my god!
I need people to understand.
The 90s were so amazing.
People forget that Universal Studios
sellout shit. There's all the sellout shit we had in the 90s.
People forget that Universal Studios, everybody, including Power Rangers, they were all kind of in the same studio lot, and they were kind of like knowing each other. Because I remember even Jason David Frank was saying, "Oh yeah, we went to the WMAC Masters lot a couple of times and watched them and stuff like that." They all were in that little lot in Cali and stuff at the time and stuff. So it's like, yeah, that was a thing, and I can't wait to dive into that show.
It is weird, like I said, it's weird, man, because like you said, that was on the Universal Studios lot. Man, NBC had a lot of money back then. And then he lost all this shit and gave it to Comcast.
Hey, look, man. Hey, look, I will say this before we go. Shout out to Shannon Lee for actually being an overseer of WMAC Masters. I thought that was actually pretty dope that she was helping out with that. So
that was cool in a way. But anyway, let's get into that next time you see us. Everybody, we out, man. See y'all.
Peace.